The following has been paid for by the Pence World Order. Well, that was a show that happened. WWE Wrestlepalooza 2025 was boring. I don't know what I expected going into Saturday night's show, but it certainly wasn't a whole lot of help and nothing. Easily WWE's worst show of the year so far, and don't tell me that WrestleMania was worse than this. I'll gladly take a bad WrestleMania over a boring show that I just saw tonight. Like and subscribe. More hockey content coming up, as I'm really glad I'm getting off the wrestling wagon at this point. Just so you know, there probably won't be another wrestling video. I'm probably going to do All Out tomorrow, and then not another wrestling one until probably Survivor Series of Let's Go Pens fan react videos coming up this week. So, Wrestlepalooza took place at where the Indianapolis Pacers played all night. Couldn't tell because of all the blue and gold that was out there. So, yeah, on ESPN. Good job. So, the first match of the night, let's get into this. And oh, look, Pat McAfee's back. Good for him, because it is Indianapolis. Fly him in direct pretty much from Miami after doing College Game Day, eh? So, look, I didn't turn on the show until around 7:20, because me and the wife, we were having dinner. She was finishing up, She was finishing up some DVR of the match game, the one with Martin Short. And I'm like, okay, it's about 7:20. I'll just keep this on my phone until we put the wrestling on. I turned my phone on at 7:21, and we're still doing wrestling. We're still doing intros. Come on, people. Time management. Little did I know, I barely missed anything. It was 8 minutes of Brocky Brock, big old Brocky chops, completely destroying John Cena. Brock Lesnar got some moves on. Cena tried to counter. Brock, F5, 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 and more F5s. Pins John Cena in 7 minutes and 42 seconds. Yep, that was it. And he F5's a referee. Okay, there'll be consequences to this because he F5 commentators on Friday. And last Friday he got R-Truth. Somebody's got to come down and stop old evil Lesnar. Nope. He's just going to walk off menacingly. Okay. So yeah, that's all that we got out of Brock and Cena. Great way to open the show. Yeah, no wonder why everybody loved Hangman and Kyle Fletcher much more than this going on. And yeah, I know there'll be ads, there'll be this and that and the other. I know that's what the modern WWE is. But my goodness, what a suck way to start the show. And then up next was the Usos taking on the Brawns. And this was a match. This was a tag match that happened. It's one that we've seen hundreds of times all year. Oh, look, here's an LA Knight that's going to special guest referee this. When did this happen? Oh, Friday on SmackDown. Care to explain it? Shut up, idiot. Here's LA Knight's entrance in a ref outfit. He did look good in it, by the way. There was some good theater in this match. I mean, well, I should go back to the intros. The intros were the Usos coming out to the Usos, but we were still yeeting everywhere. Why were the Usos in military green colors? I thought they would have been in Pacers colors of blue and gold or something. And then the Brawns came out, and then they has the tag match again, ones that we've seen 100 times. Why should I care about this? And again, the theater that I was talking about was actually LA Knight catching Braun about ready to use a chair on Jay, and he's like, nah, I see you. Don't use that chair. And then Jay grabs it, goes to use it on Bronson, and LA Knight just looks at him and goes, nah, have fun. And, okay, little theatrics like that were fine. LA Knight let this become a big schmoz of a match, which is really the only way this could go. There was some teasing of Jay hitting LA Knight, even though there's a dive spot that looked like it could hit both of them. But Jay got Bronson, and LA Knight got upset, like, were you coming after me? And the two get in each other's face like Jay was eyeing up LA Knight's wife. Like, were you trying to hit me? So what if I was? But finish of the match saw Jay get speared, and then a tsunami from Bronson Reed. 1, 2, 3. The Brawns win. Usos get teased of, this tag team thing of them won't last too long. And I will agree with Wrestle Talk on this. Why aren't one of these two teams have the tag titles? Just saying. Next was the match of the night by a country frickin' mile. Stephanie Valkyr took on Io Sky, and liquid wrestling out of the two. Liquid wrestling. Just beautiful 20-minute women's match between these two. The power and the beauty of Stephanie Valkyr and Io Sky, the acrobatic Joshi of our hearts. Just beautiful between these two. I'll take 3 more matches of these two to get us through the fall into the Royal Rumble. Or maybe let's get a rematch of these two in the Royal Rumble match. Please and thank you. But yeah, it was just great. Just great. Io trying everything. Valkyr using her power. She did get to do a devil's kiss on Io Sky, and everybody was grateful for it. And the crowd really gave these two women their flowers during the match, clapping after great sequences, appreciating what these two women are doing. It was the high point of the night. And Stephanie Valkyr tried to win with the SPV bomb. Couldn't do it. Io Sky go for the over-the-moon moonsault, but missing it. And Stephanie Valkyr hit a beautiful spiral tap moonsault. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful, wonderful, delightful, spectacular, marvelous. And it was good, too. Easily the match of the night. Should be right up there for women's match of the year. Or I'd put a vote in this for match of the year. Next was, it was the couples match of CM Punk and AJ Lee taking on Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins, and it brought the show to a grinding halt. Okay, so I know there are people that like this because this match was house show fun. And maybe I watched this and I was getting tired from my work day and my body was just shutting down. But man, the first 15 minutes of this half-hour match was dull. As dull of a sack of hammers. Stalling, working, teasing AJ coming in, Becky doing a thing, Seth everywhere, more stalling. Punk can't get to AJ. AJ can't come in. AJ does a thing. Seth does a thing. Becky does a thing. Punk does a thing. Punk can't get to AJ. Moves on the outside. And twin submissions of AJ doing this Black Tarantula hold? Sure. And Seth and Becky were pricks, but again, like I said in the preview, why do I care about this match? I don't have the attachment to AJ Lee like all of you do. Okay, I said this in the preview. I didn't watch 2010's wrestling. At least not until 2019. I never knew what AJ Lee could do. Sorry. And also, wasn't this whole women's evolution thing supposed to rebel against stuff that AJ Lee represented and the Bellas represented? Just saying. Anyway, AJ Lee got the win by making Becky tap out, and it was fine. It was just fine. AJ and Punk, AJ tried to leap into Punk's arms. They tried to kiss. It was awkward. And woo. CM Punk and AJ Lee won. Whoopee. Next And it's main event o'clock as Drew McIntyre took on Cody Rhodes. And, I love my boy Drew. I love my boy. I just couldn't see a scenario where he won. And, I want all of you to picture the type of match Drew and Cody will have. There's only 20 minutes left on the show, surprisingly. I want all of you to imagine the type of match that Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre will have. Picture it. Got it? Good. That was the match that they had. It was standard stuff. Drew did things that got in his own way of winning. Cody hit Cody cutters, disaster kicks. And you know what? Maybe Randy Orton will show up. Nah. Okay, I heard Shinsuke Nakamura was in town. Maybe he'll show up. I don't want a Shinsuke and Cody Rhodes feud, but hey, maybe he'll show up. Nope. Maybe there'll be shenanigans. Maybe they'll set something up. No. It was a standard bog main event where I never thought for a second that Drew McIntyre was going to win, and you couldn't convince me of such. And Cody just wins. That's it. That's the night, except for one last thing, a really awkward segment that in between the Punk and the Cody match, The Undertaker comes out. Bong! Okay, The Undertaker's here. Oh, it's the American BA version. Comes out on his vroom vroom, big lad, and just comes on out, parks. Oh, there's Stephanie McMahon here. What are the odds? Better than you think. And he goes up, and suddenly we're in a Dead Man Improv show. It's great to be here, everyone. It's really great to be here. Hey, Steph. How you doing? I saw you at another show I was at. It was a fight. So, I'm going to come over here and sit. I'm going to sit here and, so, how's the weather there, Steph? Never been on this side of the ring before. This is real nice over here, and my God, this is awkward. And it all led to The Undertaker very slowly telling Stephanie McMahon that she is the first to be inducted into the 2026 Hall of Fame class for this year. Okay, it's, checks notes, September. You've still got 7 months to do this. And I'll quote Ollie Davis on Wrestle Talk again, because he summed it up perfectly. This is like telling a friend, your wife in June, that you already bought her Christmas present. Great. Christmas not for 6 months. Great. The Hall of Fame stuff's not for 6 months. Why'd we have to do this tonight? Oh, right, ESPN. Could have been done in Survivor Series. Could have been done elsewhere. But anyway, that was, and I know it's a term that's overused a lot, it was cringe. But this whole show was boring and dull compared to what happened in Canada and just overall WWE's worst show of the year. And all because the 4-letter network in the woods wanted this a little bit sooner. So that's it. Thank you so much, everyone. Like and subscribe and check out the Grit and Bear It podcast, new episode on Wednesday. We'll see you next time, everyone.